good. Those are his top 3, I would say. His everything's pretty good.
I mean, yeah, mid one is certainly showing us how good of a player he is this qualifies. There's no doubt about it.
Some teams did go for the first phase ban Ember Spirit versus Secret before, though. So.
They really did.
So Rubik, one of the common pickups versus Clock, immediately responded with a Luna. So Team Secret's 5-man is actually going to suffer a lot, I think. Clockwork hookshot into Global, into Eclipse. They don't really have a good response to that. I guess having Flame Guard precast would definitely help.
We'll see what Secret have as their 4th pick, and if that's going to give them a bit more, but yeah, as you said, a bit of a solution to the lacking that they have. And well, there's the Enigma, so team fight and push coming together. I feel like we've seen Secret, maybe you've run this identical draft already before. This is very much Secret's kind of comfort heroes. You know, they'll pick this against a multitude of lineups.
Yep, they don't mind the Enigma against quote-unquote Enigma counter, or Black Hole counter.
They really don't, yeah.
Yeah, they really don't.
They really don't care about the silence being there. With
they don't mind the Enigma
against NIP as well. Where
they don't mind the Enigma
against to much effectiveness because you can play around it, and Enigma is much more than just a black hole machine.
Indeed, he is. He can hit towers. Midnight Pulse is deceptively good, and I think Enigma fits a lot of the bills for them. It's their team fighter hero, carries the mech. Midnight Pulse, Black Hole, also very, very strong, and it also hits towers. Ember Spirit can't hit towers, and he's okay at team fight, but needs the support from the back line of an Enigma.
Very interesting final ban from Alliance. In fact, they're banning out the Chaos Knight.
Chaos Knight owns Luna.
I guess, but
it's kind of like...
Have we seen Secret play Chaos Knight?
Chaos Knight's been popular in Europe. I think Lotus played it a few times.
I mean, Lotus certainly, but MP just seems a little different. Well, talking about a little different, the PL.
I like PL personally.
Okay, but, even against kind of the Luna and such. I mean,
it's not bad versus Luna at all. Yeah. You spawn illusions faster than he can kill it.
The glaives just don't cut it.
No, if the PL you spawn illusions way too quickly.
Okay.
It's very interesting. They don't have a good way to clear illusions at all.
Okay.
So they might need to throw silencer into a support position to don't get a core that has more AoE.
Yeah, interesting that with Secret's ban, they do think that Alliance were intending to put that silencer mid because they banned out the Venge. So Secret, like you said, do think that Alliance were intending to put that. As you say, with that PL as Secret have picked up, Alliance will decide to change the plans.
SF's been banned out.
And what's left?
Timber, I think, is okay, but I don't really think Limp plays mid Timber that much. Maybe they throw Clockwork in a support role.
Well, they're going to take the Timber.
Timber's like, I think, one of the only cores that actually has a ton of AoE versus the Phantom Lancer. Because SF was already banned out. He's not even that great. He's like pretty decent, but Timbersaw is just way more reliable in order to deal with the Phantom Lancer. And if they do that, then that's one of the benefits of first picking a Clockwork. You can throw him into the support role if you need, and it looks like it should be Timbersaw off lane, Limp Silencer, and Loda Luna.
You think so? You don't think it's going to be Clock off lane?
No, because
Silencer support, EGM. I feel like it's more alliancey because Jonas and Fan is just so good on the Clock. I just feel it's.
He is, but where are you going to put Timber?
In the mid lane.
10 seconds remaining.
You don't think?
I don't think he's going to do well versus the Ember IO though. I think Silencer.
Even with the backup of the Ogre.
I don't know. I just think Timber's better suited for offlane.
No,
he's also.
You're probably right, Ben.
PL.
Let's have that. What have we got coming out from Alliance? It is going to be it's the mid Timber. So
nice.
You're not. Well, you say nice, Ben, but you're not a fan of this decision. You would have rather preferred to see it.
Well,
not on the mid lane against the Ember IO potentially.
I'm trying to look at their lanes too. Is MP playing the PL? Yes, he is. Yeah, I guess support silencer is fine too. So I actually don't really like core silencer too much.
Okay.
Just if you're behind, he's just not that great because then you have to use silencer ult to like save teammates and defensively and preemptively instead of like countering Black Hole, which is I think much better. But yeah, he might struggle a little bit in lane. I guess he's okay versus Wisp for us. Build up those reactives quite easily. Actually, Wisp doesn't even go mid. Pilot A just starts off with Iron Talon most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. You feel like, so the PL pick really from Secret, that is one of the ways of dealing with a Lunar Core? I mean, why else pick the PL this game?
Theoretically.
Yes. There's ways you can...
Well, he's also good
come
versus
out.
Clock. Like, Clock,
Okay.
like, you hookshot him, doesn't matter. You can just turn around and kill him, or you can just doppelganger out, no problem. It's... so PL is, I would say, subpar compared to the Chaos Knight, but it's still playable. I personally don't think PL is that bad. It's just hard to find a good build on a PL. Like, Scepter is decent, but...
I mean, what, you think he's going to go Ags this game? Actually,
don't
we
think
did.
so.
I think we saw Secret. Was it Secret the other day that did play PL? It was
I
definitely in a game where there was an Enigma. I think it may have been Secret the other day,
don't
but he
remember which
didn't
team
end up
played
going for the Ags. Who
yeah,
which team was it? Was it? We did see an Ags PL in another game, however. I think that was it. Was that an NA Dota? I think it was an NA team maybe that went for the Ags first.
I remember Gareth bet on it, and he lost.
Yeah, was that a Secret game?
They did run PL.
It was, yeah, and in that one he didn't build the Ags, I don't think, did he, in the end?
This is the exact same lineup that they had.
I thought we'd seen it before,
Versus
and we
Bears.
had. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Secret versus Bears. Secret had this exact lineup. So we could look at so that's what they're going to do. Item builds. Emulate it. MP did not go for the Ags. He preferred the kind of more standard before the Aghanims started to come into favourability for some players. Manta Diffusal. And Pi, of course, had that game where he goes for the Midas, BKB, and then the Lotus Orb. Oh no, Midas, Lotus Orb, and then BKB. Of course, and then elsewhere, everything was pretty standard for the others. Mid one, of course, one of the Ember Spirit players that seems to value the Veil a lot less, which seems to be kind of a common, more recurring theme, doesn't it, between Ember players? Less people are getting the Veil every time on that build.
It depends on how you want to play it. I think with their lineup, like PL does very little magic damage.
Yeah.
Even if you go for Ags, it's not amazingly good, I would say, because your right clicks do a lot more. He has a ton of agility, and your illusions hit like decently hard. The Veil's also particularly useful if you need the armor, but like this game, only Luna is really doing physical damage, so you don't need the armor too much. I don't think he needs to get it this game.
Do you think with the silencer, do they have enough catch to deal with like the Ember Spirit and the PL? Because these are two very elusive cores.
If Timber's farmed, yeah, because
Yeah.
Timber they don't really have a good way to deal with Timber. PL's very terrible at dealing with Timber, so.
Gosh, yeah, they can't. Yeah, there's going to be a point where it's going to be very hard to kill them, especially if he obviously gets the hood at the stage.
Yeah.
The PL still at that point, a lot of the damage output early on is going to be relying on the Spirit Lance burst before he kind of
Spirit
gets
Lance
the
does
big arms.
not do that much damage, though.
I mean, that's it always feels early on PL just. It's hard for him to offer a lot. He needs the items.
Yeah. And
If he doesn't get the fight, but I guess he should have a good time in lane because Jonas and Fan, as you mentioned, not too much that he can do to slow down MP's farm.
hmm I think the Timbersaw is more important to get farmed than the Luna this game, actually. Just because, like, if he's out in front, he needs to be able to, like, create distance in between the Enigma and the rest of Alliance, so that they can't set up for black holes. He can clear all the PL illusions super easily, get tons of gold from that. And Ember does decently versus him, but I think he's the only hero that actually does a lot of damage versus the Timbersaw this game.
But as you said as well, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this mid lane goes down. You know, with Limp having to deal with the Ember Spirit IO. How does this matchup go down, do you reckon?
In a normal IO babysitting lane, not that great for Timber, but still not that bad because of reactive. But Pi has Iron Talon, so he won't be in lane.
Immediately, EGM heading over to block one of the camps, but it was all spotted out here by Secret. So they knew that he headed over, and immediately in response, Kezu gets the straight up D ward, so maintaining control of this area of the map, and in good time as well, making sure that the spawn still occurs, and Kezu will be able to find a early few levels here in the safety of his own jungle.
Yep, it's very nice for him. He can actually tank the creeps too if he wants, because he has that Tango regen.
Up top, Hans can actually come in with a bit of harassment onto Puppy. As we can see Pylai die already in the jungle himself. It is indeed that Iron Talon IO We're starting to see the IO players pull out and get those quick levels to begin with. And Hansken just dancing around with Puppey. Puppey holds him back. Both supports just trading blows. Leaves the mid lane matchup, of course, as a straight 1v1. And at the moment, both heroes able to pick up the farm. And bottom lane, Loda, of course, getting a free lane with Kezu in the jungle. Going for these early levels. So, pretty passive laning stage, really, considering all things.
Definitely working out better for Secret because they're able to take double jungle farm at the moment. Unfortunately for Kezu, they weren't able to block any of the Radiant spawns, so EGM is also going to be able to get a lot of experience in that lane. And right now, Kezu is out of camps after he clears the Satyr camp, so I wonder if he's going to head to lane. It's currently not pushing his way, but he can't really go anywhere else because IO is already taken to the other side. Yeah, he's level 3 in 2 minutes on the IO. Pilot Eye's very consistent with this.
Absolutely, and very close to having the money for the bottle as well. It seems like if you can be that efficient with those opening levels, is there really any reason why you would pick IO and not do this at the start?
If you're worried about getting interrupted.
Okay.
Like
Yeah, for sure.
Bounty hunter or something like that, perhaps in the game, you might be a little bit more hesitant to do so.
Well, talking about Kezu, he's ran out of his camps. He's come straight over and aggressively taking some of the camps away from Alliance's half of the map. EGM will have eyes on him. But I'll see what happens here. Kezu, actually with the 1 point, so he gets the point in Midnight Pulse, no point in Malefice. So he can't really chase down EGM, but at the same time, EGM is not too much of a threat to Kezu himself, as Kezu will be fine backing off. Mid lane, the chains, bringing Limp down low. And as we can see, CS-wise, Mid 1 has the slight edge. Top lane MP tried to make a bit of a go there. Puppey didn't quite come in immediately with the telekinesis. May come back in. He's trying to make the pull. Jonas and Fan. He's to chase down MP. The telekinesis is there. He'll trap them in the cogs. They don't have quite enough damage to bring down Jonas and Fan, and he himself not enough damage to bring down either member of Secret.
So Phantom Lancer does not have a stout shield, so he's actually not faring terribly well in the lane. Clockwork 18 CS to Phantom Lancer's 12.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, MP's struggling.
Yeah, he is struggling a lot. There was the ogre around in that area, so it's not terribly unexpected. Hansken trying to interrupt Pilot Eye jungling, but Pilot Eye is level...
No, he's nearly level 4, and Hansken is... he's nearly level 2, but there's a massive deficiency.
He might die here. I think he's going to die.
For sure, with the spirits out, and Puppey with the body blocking has a telekinesis as well if needed. And there we have it, just to secure the kill on Pi. This is going to be a rich little IO. He had free farm in the jungle, now he's got first blood under his belt as well.
The ogre decided to mess with the Phantom Lancer instead of messing with the IO early on. Pi has done this exact same thing a lot of times on Dire's side, so it should not really be a surprise to Alliance at all that he's doing this. And by the time he gets there, he's level 3, and how are you going to contest that with a level 1 ogre, especially when you're so deep inside the Radiant side? So I would have, like, his trade-off was, okay, he hurt the PL CS a little bit, but PL's going to catch up quite easily.
They're actually eyeing up the Enigma there. Limp came down as well, tripped with VGM trying to pinch Kezu off, but he finds himself a haste rune. Jonas and Fan coming around with a rotation, but there's 3 members of Secret that are ready to meet him. Change from Mid 1 catches both of them out. And Pi will get run down here by Jonas and Fan with a battery assault. May get himself the kill. No, Pi, ooh.
Oh, that rocket
dodges the rocket
so
flare.
Close.
If that hit, that would have been a surefire kill. 2 points in that rocket flare, but that tether dodge, very nicely done by Pi.
I really do like Jonas and Fan's Clockwork. He plays very proactively, does very well in the lane, and nails the hook shots in the mid game. I like that maneuver because the ogre's not strong enough to mess with the IO, but the Clockwork definitely is.
Bottom lane, Hansken and EGM and Loda for a moment were behind the tier 1, really looking to put the pressure on and try and catch out Kezu. Kezu's playing it safe. Loda, of course, getting a lot of space on this bottom lane. As we can see, the farm for both Loda and Limp looking very good at the moment.
Enigma, Kezu does not like the Soul Ring. Going for the Arcane. A lot of people get Arcane and Soul Ring.
Loda and Hansken may have come in a little bit too close, as Hansken will be left behind. Bit of a saving grace for them that Loda will survive. Let's see, could come in with a rotation, get themselves a kill, and get that all that valuable experience for Pilot Eye. Level 4.5, clearing these camps as well. Banning is going to be there soon. It's going to be a very quick level 6 on this Aya at this rate. There's no doubt about that whatsoever.
And the only downside is he actually has to share camps with Kezu because they have two semi-junglers, I would say.
Who gets the bounty prod? It is Pi. Fills up his bottle. Really wants to get that 6 as soon as he can. As he's just about to touch upon level 5.
And they can no longer mess with Limp in the mid lane. He's 3 reactive,
Yeah.
4 reactive now. And mid one just has to squeeze as much CS as he can out of this lane.
I mean, one immediately remnanting away as soon as signs of danger come through. As Hansken turns up with a rotation. Top lane, MP as well, also getting space and farm on the same level as Loader at this stage. So they're both finding equal amounts. How's the experience game looking between them? It's level 6.25, but a little bit better for levels MP. In fact, nearly a whole level ahead of Loader. Loader has had a bit more babysitting in his lane being done by EGM in the neighborhood. Smoke up for a secret. They're ready to go for a play. Pi, Puppy and Mid1 making a beeline down towards the bottom lane. Kezu has the black hole available. They'll scan it out successfully. Secret are going to move in for the kill. What can they find? Observer down. They see EGM. That'll be an easy one. They maybe like a bigger kill. And they do indeed turn their attention towards that lane. They really want to find Loader, but Hansken's positioning, safeguarding effectively the Luna. The courier will come in. It will be taken away just in time. Good telekinesis. They'll look to chase down Loader as well. Remnant forward. Have they got the damage to do so? Yes, they do. Take him down with the Flame Guard and Black Hole straight up from Kezu. They're looking forward to move in for more kills, Secret. And with the chains on 2 from Mid1, and they find this Jonas fan falling incredibly low. They can't quite finish him off. The Secret get 2 kills. Pi is not going to get out though. Limp with a nice rotation as well as Alliance come together, make sure that they can find at least something in return. But at the end of the day, Secret do get that kill they wanted. They bring down Loader on the Luna.
Loda kind of sidestepped back into there. That was a pretty good black hole by Kezu, but Clockwork with those completed power treads was able to tank up through that. That was pretty nice positioning by Hansken. Hansken's died a lot this game, but I think he's had pretty good intentions in where he's been. Like, he just wanted to sacrifice his life for Loda just in case something funny was happening from the left side.
Of course, whilst this all went down, MP continues to get the free lane up top. So pretty much the entirety of Alliance's attention was drawn down towards that bottom lane. And bottom lane, once again, Loda has to be careful as he falls fairly low. The aggression of Kezu and Pi. Top lane, EGM and Jonas and Fan. Maybe see if they can make a play. Jonas and Fan has the hookshot in a few seconds. Very hard to catch out MP though, leaving the illusions behind to block a potential hookshot. As MP will be able to back away. Secret once again making a move down on the bottom. Puppy. Can grab anything? TPs will be coming in for Limp. They want to try and hold and defend this tower. And potentially even a fight if Secret come in a little too close for comfort. But already Secret backing away. Pi now does have the level 6. Relocate out in his tool set. And looking at the net worth, we can see that overall Limp is the one having the best time this game. Had a pretty good time in the mid lane. We kind of wondered how it would fare against the Emberiah, but with obviously Pi focused on the jungle, it did mean the mid lane was opened up for them to have a pretty good time against mid one.
He almost has this hood. He's going to be impossible to take down if he has reactive stacks up going into the fight. They're going to have to expend a lot, like triple Remnant, plus Fade Bolt, plus Searing Chains, and then some.
This is going to be a pretty big Timber Saw, there's no doubt about that. MP still interested to see on what his plans were with his items. Brown Boots straight into the Helm for MP. So he has that health regen, plus 10 HP at the moment. Mid lane though, Jonas and Fan coming in with a hook shot. Puppy immediately able to get Jonas and Fan out of the cogs, but the damage from the Chakram. More than enough for Alliance to pick themselves up a kill. More money's the bank at Limp as he maintains his top spot this game.
I wonder when Phantom Lance is going to get involved in the fights. It's always kind of a tough call for Phantom Winter. You're not like particularly strong early. You want to fight once you get your defusal. But at the same time, if you get defusal too early, you don't have the stats to back it up and you can't just run into the fights. But the Helmet Dom I think has pretty good value here. You can share the battery assault, you can block hook shots, you can tank Eclipse with those, you can purge off Bloodlust. A lot of things you can do with that one creep. They're looking for a relocate opportunity. Pilot Eyes looks geared up to relocate somewhere just in case something happens.
And here comes the answer to your question, Ben. You know, MP Now they're moving him in. They're taking him down bottom.
Radiant's middle tower.
And with the black hole back and ready, they want to fight down bottom, but the Lions are actually avoiding this. They move towards mid. EGM and Loader coming across. They do have a global silence if they see an opportunity to go for something, but mid one has the Invis rune and of course the backup from Pi. So Alliance won't be able to find a catch in the middle lane, and this will leave the safe lane of their own open for Secret to find that tier 1 tower, as Alliance still really want to go mid. If Jonas and Fan can hit a hook shot, maybe they can make an attempt, but only Pi's there at the moment. Mid one's actually headed up top with the Invis rune. Can't make a go on to Limp, of course, with that completed hood. He's too big to deal with on his own, as mid one will just deal with the creeps, push it back out. At the end of the day, it's Secret finding a tower and just finding a little bit more of the map in this last minute, as Alliance couldn't get that jump that they wanted mid.
Yeah, not at all. And Alliance slowly but surely conceding towers as Enigma exerts his conversions all around the map. And they're able to farm with the Ancients too quite early too. So Secret actually getting a lot out of the map, a lot more out of Alliance. 4,000 net worth lead. And this is with the Midas on the Enigma. So things seems like it's only going to get worse, especially with Luna just slowly coming online with their helmet on.
Oh, there's the relocate coming in from Pi. They're spotted out. Jonas and Fan is immediately going to go for the TP out. He isn't going to make it though. Damage is there. Secret take down the clock. So they can move on for anything else. Mid one will be taken back towards the mid lane. EGM trying to find a quick bit of farm there on the silencer at the moment, but he does have to be careful. Mid one is going to look to try and wrap around from the side.
Yeah, he still has the arcane up. Wants to make a good use of that.
EGM's got to be so careful. He's come a little bit too close. The chains will connect. Secret move in. Kezu forward in with the Malefice as they take down Silencer. Limp trying to find something in return. The curse kicks in onto the Embers. Mid one's held back, but they get the kill that they were looking for, and they get themselves safely back out as well, Secret.
That was a bit lucky on the chains. He did it in the middle of the creep
Yeah, there's a
wave.
lot of creeps there. All skill, Ben.
All skill.
All skill from mid one. Olymp, of course, queuing up for the Bloodstone next. We are going to see the Midas for Jonas and Fan, that he has certainly favoured up. I feel like pretty much every time we have seen him play the clock.
I do like it here.
Yeah.
It's going to be a slower paced game because Luna's just not in a position to really do anything right now. He
Yeah,
can't really fight the Ember Spirit.
Radiant's middle
Yeah, a little bit behind the top few cores, Loader. He does need time and an opportunity to catch back up. Obviously, once they're able to really get together a push and take some tier 1s, that's going to rectify that difference. But the question is, how can they find that opening? Alliance, they are going to smoke up, move up towards that top lane, try and finish off this tier 1. That's the target. Puppy's there in the neighborhood as well. Secret will just simply look to put on pressure down bottom. MP has got the boost to travel gold. And Jonas and Fan, can he get the opening onto Puppy? Puppy not revealing himself at the moment, just staying right back.
Really wants a 6.
Oh, very, very close. A couple of creeps would do it, but Alliance really wanting to fight here. They will spot it out with a creep, and in fact, some nice little body blocking here with the Helm of the Dominator. And with the setup blast, he's going to be close to killing him in a while. EGM wrapping round. They're going to have it for sure as Puppy taken out. And that was, must have been, Loader's the only one who could have had the creep. So just nice little play from Loader, body blocking Puppy up and making sure Alliance can close the gap for the kill.
Poor Puppy's still not 6. I don't know if anyone used a tome on the dire side, but they are using the Enigma to get this T2 very, very quickly. T2 has been slain almost exactly the same time as top T1 is slain. So, Secret's still getting a lot more out of the map. They can farm both jungles after this T2 has been down. They can farm even the Radiant Ancients, I would say, at this point.
Oh, mid one with this haste rune towards Jonas and Fan. Alliance, well, already Hanskens backing out. He does not want to fight here. This is going to leave Jonas and Fan on his own. Curse kicks in as mid one is silenced. Hook shot across. Jonas and Fan looking for Pine with the help of Limp. They get him just a literal second before the relocate back out. Limp getting himself onto the killing spree hype train. And more money towards that Bloodstone. Limp still holding a very steady game at the top with his Timbersaw performance.
I wonder if it's worth considering a Silver Edge on the Phantom Lancer to deal with the Timbersaw this game.
Are you talking about the BSJ Blink Silver Edge build?
Let's not go that far.
Okay.
Blink is not really necessary here. I think
No.
The silver is just so nice for Timber. The problem with PL against Timbersaw, if you hit him, you're just gonna give him 20 reactive stacks.
For sure, yeah.
So-
You can't kill him on your own.
Yeah, you can burn down all his mana with Diffusal. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have Diffusal yet. But I think it might be a consideration later into the game, just because Timbersaw is so fat right now. Like, he hasn't even come close to dying at all at any point in this game.
Yeah, it seems to have just been a perfect pick, really. We kind of wondered how they would play it, but the decision to put him in and have Limp on it has certainly been the right one for Alliance. As he's just the recipe short. And the Bloodstone will be complete. And at this rate, it's more than likely that he will be able to start building up the charges. Loader, of course, just trying to finish off that Yasha on top of the helm and the Dragon Lance. Still just slightly behind, but it is very close, really, at the moment between the cores. Another tower and Alliance will be on pretty much the same level with some of their key figures in this matchup.
I know Lodo was probably considering the Midas. He's like, man, I could get it.
Nah, Midas Luna. Really, Ben?
This is the sort of game that you would get it in.
Okay.
It's pretty slow paced.
So you could have legitimized it. You could have.
Why not?
I don't
Dude,
know.
Loda loves his Midas.
But on Luna?
I definitely think you farm faster with Lance and or Yasha. But
Okay.
still, it's Loda.
Sure, there's always that
I think-
possibility.
I think he gets Midas more than any other carry at the moment.
You think?
I think so. What other carries get
Um,
Midas?
No, you're probably right, actually, on the safe lane.
Yeah, on the safe lane, position 1. I think he's number 1. We need a stat. Nahaz?
Nahaz. Where is
Nahaz!
he? I think he's sleeping. Is Nahaz sleeping?
He can do stats while he
Yeah,
sleeps.
he's sleeping.
He has that power.
Our mid lane Alliance coming in with a push, and they can take the second tier 1 so far of their game. And they would be more than happy to fight if Secret turn up. You know, Limp has the Bloodstone, Loader. He's got the level 2 Eclipse ready to go as well.
Limp is so big.
Ah, he's massive.
Oh, how
18
did they
minutes in.
kill him?
It's certainly going to feel like one of those games where Secret, they can't, they've got to kill everyone around him.
You got to do something about this,
I
though.
mean-
Your towers are getting mowed down.
Oh, for sure, yeah, this is absolutely exactly what Alliance wanted
okay,
to
I see.
execute.
Look at mid one. He's just behind the creeper. Okay, this is what their plan is. Just don't fight at
Cut the
all.
creeps.
It's working. Can't they just go to Roche, though? Have Silencer sit outside, do Roche.
Alright, certainly some pings around the area. MP. And the man nearly with the complete diffuser blade. Mid one's going to come in. Relocated forward by Pike. And bam. I'll take down Jonas and Fat. More gold for MP. And now, Secret. They'll be able to get a tier 1 in return.
Ember did go for the Yules build immediately after the BOTs. Very
Oh,
common
that's
pickup versus the
Yeah.
Silencer. I think it's a really good build versus Silencer.
Yeah.
They can't really punish like him if he self-Yules.
Mid one straight
wow.
in.
Oh
Mid
my
one.
God. Do you need a Veil? What the heck was
Absolutely
that?
destroyed the 2 heroes immediately. They may even get more. They're looking towards Limp. Do they have the damage to do it? The Midnight Pulse is doing a lot of work here. Limp has to kill himself. As
Wow.
they will actually bring down the Timber.
That was swift.
And of course he did get that suicide off, but still knocking down those Bloodstone charges before he was able to pick any up.
Isn't it crazy that Ember can do that much damage without any damage items?
I mean, yeah, but Yules and bots, yeah, that's the fighting time. That's absolutely insane, really, when
He
you
was
play it like that.
very perfectly positioned.
Yeah.
And he's also killing the 2 least farmed heroes. EGM went for a Midas on Silencer, which I think is fine. There's just nowhere for him to farm. So, like, Midas will increase his GPM by a lot because he's just not getting any creeps. Limp's farming out in the dangerous positions. Luna's farming the jungle. So, where does that leave Silencer, especially if there's no kills to be had?
I mean, with these Midases and with the Luna, if the game does go on, late game, our Alliance fine, do you feel, or is the lineup of Secret faring a little better in the later game?
I think it's pretty even.
Pretty even?
Timbersaw deals
Yeah.
with the PL, but PL kind of deals with the Luna.
Okay.
Ember is going to be pretty big, but Silencer with the Midas potentially could have like Refresher. EGM does like his Refresher into the later game. So I don't know. It's not purely matchup based this game.
See what they can find here. They're trying to whittle down Limp, but of course immediately has those 20 reactive stacks up. And with the hood out as well. Mid one leaning forward, trying to go for one of the backliners. Here's Hansken with the searing change. The rest of Secret coming forward as well. They'll keep the tower alive for the time being. On the side though, they've caught out Jonas and Van, and he will be the first casualty from Alliance. Secret take down one. Now seeing if they can move forward for more. It's going to be hard to catch out any of Alliance though, as they're already running for the hills. Retreating out of there. But Secret hold. They keep the tower alive, and they get themselves a kill.
That is the second time that Jonas Fan has been completely out of position. I know that he's looking for the hook shot, but usually you'll come in from like the right side, like inside the trees, kind of Bat Rider style, so that you just don't get caught by a stray observer ward.
Yeah.
And he's actually quite important in these fights.
A scan actually from Secret.
Trying to catch out Luna.
That would be the perfect kill, as Loda is keeping himself in a very solid position this game. BKB next on the menu, and just a recipe away really, has the money for that Ogre Club. So that will be coming out sooner than later. And with the BKB, really huge amounts of what Secret can do in terms of killing him is negated. I mean, you can still get the PL in on the front lines, but
I would have gone for Butterfly.
really over the BKB, it feels really good.
They have global.
Against the Ember and such.
Yeah, actually that's true. Ember would just kill you.
Because he's got the, yeah, I guess if he didn't have the Yules maybe, and then the global was going to be more effective at this stage, but because
But your farming rate, but you have to deal
True.
with PL too. The BKB, you
Yeah.
can tank the PL, but you can't actually kill the illusions that quickly because PL is actually getting a lot of farm too, almost equal net worth to the Luna. And Luna's gonna have to build BKB, whereas PL does not have to build
Yeah.
it. So he's gonna be like 4,000 gold up on her. I guess that's what the Timber's for.
this could be again though, couldn't it, where later on the PL may buy BKB against Alliance's heroes, if it gets to that point.
Yeah, if he gets to that point. It depends on what Luna goes to.
Yeah.
If Luna goes like Butterfly, he's gonna need maybe like MKB Basher or something like that to stop her damage output. If Enigma doesn't get farmed. So Enigma, what talent do you think is gonna take at 15? 120 GPM or 15% cooldown reduction?
I think he'll take the 120 GPM, won't he?
You think so, but will he?
I mean, he's got the Midas, he wants to go for the greed, surely, Kazu. Get Shadow Blade, get Refresh, get all the dream items for the Enigma. I mean, 15% cooldown reduction, do the maths, man. How much did that knock it down? Oh, it's down to what? 24 seconds
24
at max level,
16,
so...
That's
I mean, it's 24
135.
seconds.
I think it's really good because it coincides with global cooldown too. Like you're never gonna be.
That's true. Yeah, it makes it pretty much similar.
But if he gets Octarine, it'll also be
It'll be
less
better.
than global cooldown.
But then if the Silencer gets Octarine, he's got a Midas
He's not
band.
gonna get Octarine.
One day this boy's gonna be rich.
One day he might get Refresher.
Oh, Bennett's off cooldown.
There's no creeps though.
Oh, no, let him have a creep. Let him have a creep. Oh, there we go. We're all good. We're all good. There you go. BKB now done for Loda.
The thing is, do you want to fight now with the BKB? I think BKB is imperative on Luna, but I don't think right now. Because they have two Midases, one on the Silencer, one on the Clockwork. Do you really want to fight with those two not having those items kicked in yet?
I mean, because Limp's so big, surely you still can. He has the Lotus Sword
It's not
now
like
done.
he's not going to get bigger. He can have
Yeah,
Octarine plus Scepter easily, or Shiva's Scepter.
Maybe they do feel threatened a little bit by, the rate that this PL is farming. They want to get these objectives done, shut down this half of the map, get control of Secret's jungle. But Secret, smoking up.
They have a great Observer Ward placed right on top of them.
Oh my goodness, here's the jump in. Mid one gets the chains onto one. Force back on the clock. Mid one curse. Will back away. Secret having to be careful about how they go around this. Alliance keeping their distance. MP trying to go in onto Jonas and Fan and finish him off. Can't quite get the damage done. Kezu still has that black hole, but the global is still available. He can't use it yet. Limp moving forward. Lotus Orb on himself. They really can't do much about killing this Timbersaw. They can try and hold him back, but that's about it.
They can burn his mana. He's low on mana. He has the back.
So Secret will stop the push attempt. They don't find a kill. Actually, relocate from Pi up to the top. They're looking to try and cut off maybe a straggler from Alliance, but Alliance have headed straight down south. MP trying to close the gap, see if he gets a chance for a Spirit Lance. Actually missing the chains combo there, so they don't catch anyone mid one. As Alliance group up by the shrine, and immediately they want to fight back again.
They have a reward themselves on the side pile, and they're running right over it.
Back and forth action here between the two Titans. The GM Global Silence to the ready. If they see an option to jump, they may certainly go for it. Pi will leave the first target. Can they actually close the gap? That's the question. Limp comes in, hits the chakram. They'll take one down, but then return. Mid one comes in, burst down EGM. The Global Silence comes out. Loader pots the BKB. There'll be a buyback from Pylai. MP falling low to the Eclipse. Loader needs to find another target. MP comes back in, trying to finish off Hanskin on the back, but the Lucid Beam from Loader comes out. MP's down. Alliance get the big kill. Puppey closing the gap here with a stolen Timber Chain, but can they actually kill Limp? They don't have the damage. Mid one gets cut down. Puppey stuck in the trees. Alliance take down another.
Where's Kazu? Black Hole would have owned that fight. I
was expecting it to come in post the Global Silence, but it never did. It never did, Ben.
He has the Greaves too, just immediately Greaves it off, but I think Clockwork was just all up in his grill the entire fight. And Kazu does not have BKB yet. He is just 300 gold away. Imagine if he had actually had BKB.
Yeah, that would have been the difference.
Yep, that would have been the difference. And Timber was he is just mega farmed. He destroys PL. Even like before that last engagement, like PL dropped from like 100% to 40% in one Timber combo. So this is kind of a dream Timber game.
Yeah, a really nice fight for Luna as well. You know, it's put Loader right at the top of the board. BKB was absolutely perfectly utilized there. And he's very close to having the Manta Style complete. Puppey going for the warding. The rocket will spawn him out. The innocent fan.
PL just seems so useless. Like he has a ton of net worth, but he just can't do anything.
Dies so quick. I mean, 1300 HP. That's not great against a Timber.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, what do you actually build?
How do you?
That's the thing. How do you build it? Diffuser doesn't give you HP. Helmut Dom gives you a little HP. Manta is not the best item on it. It's great versus the global though, so he kind of needs it this game. How are you gonna farm without the BOTs? I don't know. I struggle to find a good build for Ember Spirit, or sorry, for Phantom Lancer that doesn't involve you just dying instantly in a fight to well-picked counter picks.
You're just a fan heading across, but they did have this ward there, Secret, so they will know what's up. So unlikely that they'll let Alliance get a jump on, and indeed immediately in response, Secret TP across. Ward from Alliance will spot Kazu moving into position. And Puppey's still under the cover of smoke.
They have BKB on the Enigma now. So
yeah, that's huge. That's huge.
If Clockwork hooks in and Global is used, then he can use his ultimate freely.
Yeah, a lot of weight on Kazu really to pull that off in these team fights because they absolutely need it. They need that extra bit of control to stop Loader and Limp getting out the damage.
He took cooldown reduction, by the way.
He did. Against the greed.
Against the greed.
I'd like to think he did that after seeing that fight up top, maybe. You know,
he
maybe
didn't even use it. The cooldown reduction would have done nothing for him.
No, but you know what I mean? He's like, okay, this is how the game's going. If it continues to be as passive as it was, you know, he saw 2 Midas on the other side. He was like, ah, we can do it. But yeah, I guess you're right. There's a lot of actives. And hey, 15% reduction on the Midas cooldown. Maybe mathematically.
Does not give you 120 GPM.
Maybe it gives you 12 GPM.
It gives you more than 12.
Do the maths, but that's a hard maths to do.
I think
50% down on Midas. How much GPM does that increase it by? That's some tough maths.
Midas gives you how much?
It depends. Well, 190 gold and the creep gold.
Gives you 100 and.
So, say on average, taking it. What's an average jungle creep?
What? Gives you 190. So 190 gold every 100 seconds. So, well, 85 with the thing. So I think it gives you 115-ish GPM. So increase that by actually. Yeah, it's close. It will give you like, I don't know, maybe roughly like 20 more GPM.
Okay.
But
your other spells also.
Yeah, your other spells also. You can
Greaves,
TP
BKB,
faster. Yeah, you can BKB faster. If he gets a blink, he can blink around faster and do more camps or conversions. Less cooldown. So I don't know. It's debatable. That's actually a really tough talent. I think it's pretty well balanced.
Alliance into the pit, and Secret not in any position at all to contest this. Kezu mid, Jonason found him with an inventory. They could maybe even try and set something up as well as getting the Roche kill.
That's global, though. I mean, what do you do about global?
Jonason fan. They'll get it, and he's looking at Puppey.
Luna's going to have Butterfly really soon. I think they could just end the high ground. Oh, Puppey is just...
That's for the
Not
Glimmer
in a great
Cape.
spot.
Can he duke this one out? In fact, he's still alive for the time being. He'll try and get his way out of it, but it's not going to work. The burst from the Timber Chain and the Whirling Death brings him down. Jonas and Fan nearly dies to the illusions there of MP.
But PL is not the best hero. He couldn't finish him off. He just got cursed. His illusions got cursed, and then they couldn't catch up to him.
Oh, you sounded like a fan of the PL in the draft, Ben. Let's change your mind.
No. I'm a fan of PL.
Against Luna.
No, I'm a fan of PL, but I know that he's not a great hero.
Okay.
You like playing crappy heroes sometimes?
I don't like playing PL. I played PL once and I built Ags and then I...
But what about
Didn't
other
play
crappy
Dota
heroes? Don't you have a crappy hero that you just love to play, but it's just terrible?
Oh, Ben. I'm trying to think.
Or do you only play super
I like
meta
playing
heroes?
Ursa. I feel like that's a hero that
That's
is
not
great at
partic-
killing people, but it's just crappy at winning games.
Okay, so yeah, see, you have
That's
that.
kind of like, you know.
PL I think is great fun, but he's just... not
For sure, yeah.
great.
It's incredibly obnoxious if you once you get the diffusion, just jumping in and putting illusions on the supports, and you know it's auto kill sometimes. But yeah, in terms of winning games, it's going to be hard, especially with the lead that this Luna's Luna's Luda, Luna's Loader, Luda has Luda. Loader has at the moment. He's a clear 4,000.
There's a rapper by that name. You know Luda.
Luda?
Ludacris.
I've never heard of Ludacris.
Ludacris? You never heard of Ludacris?
That's some NA rap.
What? Well, what other rap is there? Come on.
Mate, I'm talking about the proper, English stuff.
Do they have English rappers?
Yeah, like grime and stuff, isn't it?
That just sounds... Grime?
Grime.
That does not sound very thuggish, dude.
What do you mean grimes? Grime sounds well thuggish.
That
Oh,
sounds
pie?
like something from the sewers, dude.
Yeah. Pie. I was going to say talking about the sewers, but that was really harsh. Pie's been having an amazing tournament. But he did get caught out there. Tried to bank his way out with a quick TP.
Doesn't matter. Has reliable gold.
He's done, yeah, absolutely. Managed to use his Midas. That really is the big win there. He must have just used that before he died as well.
Dude, that just increases GPM by like 20. Just using it before he died.
How many Midases have we got this game?
4, I want to say.
We've got 2 on the 2, well, 1 on the support,
Yeah,
one on the
4.
core, 1 on the support, and 1 of course on the offlaner. Mid 1. It's found EGM. EGM's out and down.
Who needs Veil?
Mid 1 with his build so far. Maelstrom, Octarine complete, looking for the Shiva's Guard. And Mid 1's actually eyeing up more. Spots out Alliance.
They can't actually catch the Ember, though.
Hands can. Oh, you didn't want to walk up into that one, Sonny Jim. Immediately taken to pieces by Mid 1 and MP. 13 to 10. Secret still trying to climb back up with their PL at least.
Ember's becoming a menace.
Yeah, Mid 1 as expected really. I mean, we didn't really expect anything less when he had this Ember pick guaranteed for him. 7-1-5. Very, very solid performance.
Are they thinking about going high ground? How are you going to go high ground against Timber, dude? Timber is just going to own everything.
It's really, and MP's very low on the mana as well.
There's no way they can push high ground right now.
It's a distraction. Clears the space for Mid 1 to get the tier 2 mid. Now they're back up, I guess.
Yep, they did get a lot of damage on that. Surprised.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Loda
that tier 3 is nearly gone.
Loda just... I think he can just play super far up. I think he was back farming his Butterfly, which is pretty important. But yeah, that T3 is almost dead at this point with what I would deem a pretty terrible siege lineup coming out from Team Secret. Not exactly what you want, but that's sometimes what happens when 2 heroes die, 2 supports die right outside your base. They had Aegis though. Aegis is only one minute left.
Yeah, they'll see that they might try and get something done with it with this mid push by the looks of it, as Alliance gearing up to
Here they go.
utilize it.
Butterfly is done.
They've got a lot of damage if they can get the lock onto someone. Mid 1 already backing off. With the mid lane, MP being cursed up by EGM from the sidelines. The hands can. Ninja with the jump forward. In return, though, MP goes straight onto the Ogre. Ogre's out. Alliance, they're 1 man down. You'll set up onto the Luna. Watch Kezu. He has the blink, has the black hole, but of course, Global Silence still at the ready. He's got to hold on to it. Puts the Malefice down onto Lim. Chains again, bringing Loader down low, and he's going to be popped once almost certainly. The evasion actually saving him. Tries to run his way out, and he's going to actually keep the Aegis intact. By the looks of it, they can't quite finish him off. They'll turn towards EGM, take the easier kill. And that's the Silencer out. Secret get 2, and that looks like, yeah, the Aegis has just expired. Lotus heal back up to full, but Secret, they know this. They want to try and find something. Jonas and Fan going immediately for the TP up. will use him, of course. It doesn't matter, these low stuff. They don't mind both being thrown up into the air. As MP will claim the kill. Double kill for MP. 3 down now on Alliance.
Dude, this game's all mid one. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why teams are banning out the Ember Spirit against Secret. That's for sure.
That is so disgusting how well he's playing.
817, 300 CS at the 36-minute mark.
In terms of damage done, he has to have done more than his other 2 cores combined. Easily, I think.
MP starting to push in. Alliance have got to be careful. No global for 10 seconds. This will be a lovely time for Kezi to get a black hole, and he's looking for it. Will go for it. Only catches Limb, but it secures the Timber kill. Timber down.
Now Luna can go in, though.
Kezi's backing off yet. They do just get the range racks. Melee racks still stand on this bottom lane. Throw the illusions in onto Loader. So, Secret still sticking about.
Wow. MP went for magic resistance instead of evasion? That's quite curious. Magic resistance is not value here, I think, because he's up against Timber. Timber does so much pure damage that it's not particularly great, but it does tank Eclipse, pretty good for Silencer, but Luna and Timber will still destroy it.
So all in all, Alliance losing a few of the heroes, but they don't lose the melee racks. I feel like that could have gone a lot worse for them if they.
Oh, that could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they do manage to stop Secret from pushing in. And still, MP just a little bit behind that value of the Luna and the Limp Timbersaw. And did get knocked down a few Bloodstone charges, though, down to 9. Mid 1 pushing out on bottom. And will TP out. No one is going to be able to find him in time. He's out back to safety. And Alliance look like they're grouping up once more to try for a bit of a push themselves. But this time we'll be without that Aegis.
It's going to be hard for them to push high ground because they have to deal with constant PL illusions. You actually will have mana issues because of the diffusal. You have to deal with Midnight Pulse. That's one wave that you just can't push with. And Ember Spirit is obnoxious when you're trying to defend high ground, especially when he's this farmed with Octarine. He is level 25 as well, so say hello to permanent Searing Chains, or near permanent.
Load up, Manta dodging the Spirit Lance. Limp and Loader trying to stay on the high ground. Loader's orb onto Limp as he's lifted up by the telekinesis. And actually kill him though. Limp falling relatively low, down to less than half health. Mid 1 heads forward, gets the chains onto 2. Sip across from Limp as he looks to escape. Loader has to put the BKB in turn. They've lost hands, Ken. Secret, can they get themselves anything more out of this one? Loader pops the Eclipse. More of a defensive one, in fact, with the global silence. They look towards the Ember, but the Yules is there. Alliance have to be careful. There's the black hole from Kezu. Catches out 3 as Secret shut down the entirety of Alliance's push.
Great black hole from Kezu, but again, I think props goes to mid 1.
Yeah, mid 1.
Forcing the BKB out from the Luna, catching 2 of the heroes out, and baiting out the global silence as well as he remnants into the back line. This guy is doing everything. Oh my goodness. Now he's being their seizure too as he right-clicks his tower, traps Luna so he can't even get hit.
This Luna's got to be careful. Loader brought back for this. He goes down again and the game's over. Secret pushing in on the mid lane. What can Alliance do to stop this? There's still 2 men down. And with a Luna that has to be very, very careful how far forward she comes. Again, mid 1 just spamming out the slight and the chains. Holding them back with the chakram as well. Loader already down to less than half health. Look at him. He's just melting. In fact, he's gone. That's the dieback there from Loader. And mid 1, he's looking for more glory. Comes into the midst of the 4 of them. This man, no fear whatsoever. Little low on the mana, but he doesn't care. Sticks around. They're taking them all down. Alliance just melting outside of their base. And GG, well played, is called. The game is all over. Secret taking it very convincingly at the end. And I'd see if you've got to ban that Ember Spirit, I think, Ben. You can't let mid 1 have it.
They just had a lot of draft issues too, because they wanted an AoE hero to deal with the Timbersaw, but they also wanted more lockdown to deal with Ember Spirit, and they chose to go for more AoE. They kind of relied on the Silencer a little bit too much to deal with Ember Spirit, and mid 1 just went out of control. I think he had almost more damage than his entire team. Let's see, 21,
Yeah, absolutely.
35. It's like 44,000
By a
versus
mile.
40,000. Well, combined. And his whole team combined.
Yeah,
almost.
well, the team combines, what, 28, 36? You're right, yeah. So a little less, but it's still an insane
That,
amount.
that damage is ridiculously high though. Like
40K.
Timbersaw usually has very high damage. Timbersaw is usually like number 1 or number 2, but he is way below mid 1. Mid 1.
I mean, Puppy nearly did more than the Timbersaw.
Yeah.
That in itself is kind of.
He stole Shockwave a lot.
True.
On Rubik, but Ember Spirit set everything up for them. Baited out globals, trapped them in place so they couldn't run away from the team fights. Didn't get caught out very often. Only died once this game. I think. That is definitely, when you have an Ember player like that, definitely okay to first pick it.
It's just gonna be very interesting to see how they touch upon the draft next game, because Ember's an issue. We're seeing how well Secret can play with Kezu on Enigma. Even when you're picking up counters as such, like the Silencer, it doesn't matter. He's still able to play around it.
Well, their
Twilight
first phase
the
too.
IO, how do they deal with this little man go into the jungle with a Talon?
They needed to go into jungle at level 1, I think.
Yeah, just try and contest him.
And then the Ogre Clockwork opener is not very good when you can't pick Nyx in response to Ember Spirit. So a lot of things didn't work out for them in the draft, but they still have some time to bounce back in this series.
Absolutely. But as it stands, Secret taking the first game here in this best of 3, 1-0. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back very shortly, myself and Malini, for more action between Alliance and Team Secret.
E-Gaming Bets, online betting for every